Hello and welcome back to another episode of Uncut Takes podcasts. I'm your host, Kevin, in my basement, greeted by my lifelong friends, Nick, Wayne, and Walter. Walter's finally back for another episode. We're finally all back for another episode. Me and Nick had a short period of time where we perished. Nick hurt his face. I had COVID. And we both almost died, you know. It was kind of rough.
I wouldn't say that, but mine was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I would say Nick hurting his face.
Yours wasn't.
Nick hurt his face is like a huge oversimplification.
Yeah. It was really the swelling in my neck and the not being able to spit or swallow or drink anything for like 4 days. That was real bad.
Well, spitters are quitters.
Yeah, my bad. But okay, but tell you this though. You ever been to, I mean, you probably have.
Excuse me?
You definitely have.
Excuse me? Where's this going?
You ever suck a cock before?
You ever been to a doctor and he's like, okay, if this isn't better in 2 days, you need to go to the emergency room?
Yeah,
because that was my experience there. And that was, oh my gosh, like I'm so happy it got better fast.
I think I told them, I haven't told you, when I had COVID, the Wednesday, which was the day after I tested positive, was the worst day ever. My resting heart rate constantly throughout the whole day was in between 145 beats per minute to 165 beats per minute. That was resting heart rate.
That's like higher.
That's laying down doing nothing.
That is like higher than my heart rate on a treadmill.
Dude, I was so fucked up, and I had a video call with my doctor, and he's typing and he's typing and he's typing, and I'm explaining him my symptoms, and I mentioned my heart rate, and he's typing and he stops, and his eyes go, and they get really wide, and he like looks over to the side and like continues typing, but then he didn't say anything after that, which made me feel worse.
I would be in the same boat with you.
Yeah, it was fucking awful. Hands down, the worst part of it so far that I'm finding is COVID fog, is like forgetting shit. Is like I already have long-term memory loss from a head injury, and now I have short-term memory loss, so now I'm just fucked. I'll just be talking mid-sentence and just forget what the fuck I was talking about.
I was talking about that. Like
I mentioned it last night to Wayne, and Wayne was like, "Is that a real thing?"
I think you're just retarded,
bro. Look it up. Did you Google it?
Fuck no. I just putting out assumptions into the world.
I know my mom had something along those lines because when she had COVID, her memory was just kind of like in and out because of the fact that she was so sick.
How long does COVID brain fog last? It can last anywhere from 9 to 18 months.
Bro,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Kevin, you're just...
Dude,
I know.
There are like not ill...
These are symptoms that have been made, like, have been coined... like our new symptoms that have never been experienced ever before.
That's what I'm saying. That's the you cannot tell me that this was not created in a lab. People were not having problems like this before COVID.
Yeah.
When was the last time you got a shot and then you died for 2 days straight? Like never, ever.
Why? That's the thing is like I never got affected badly from the COVID shot.
No, but a ton of people did, dude.
Moy fucking like, dude, he was dying for like 3 days. Like he called me on the phone crying because of how bad he felt.
I had put like me completely out for 1 day.
Yeah, I had a whole day where I woke up the day after I got my second shot, you know, and I woke up and I went to go take a piss. And there's like a window right outside my bedroom, and I open up and the light just came in and blasted me in the face. And I got an intense migraine. I couldn't look at light. I couldn't listen to music or like real loud. I could put on a podcast like on my phone and then put my phone on the other side of the room.
Oh man!
I slept for 12 hours straight, and I could not stay warm. I was buried in 5 blankets, and I spent the whole day shivering in bed with a podcast on the other side of the room playing out on my phone.
That's terrible.
And then at 7 o'clock, I got up at 7 a.m. for my piss, and then by 7 p.m. I was able to like stand up, and I got some KFC delivered.
Why?
Because I hadn't eaten 12 plus hours.
From like Wednesday, sorry to cut you off. From like Wednesday to like Friday, I didn't eat like anything. And after like I was done, you know, being like contagious, like I was like, bro, I had to have like lost some fucking weight. And I stepped on the scale after I was done being sick, and it's like, bro, I went up 5 pounds. Are you fucking kidding?
But probably just because you didn't move all day, right?
No, I mean, I fucking from Tuesday night to Friday, I just laid down in my bed and basically did nothing because I couldn't. My back felt like that was another thing. Like it felt like I threw on my back. Like the muscles in my back were so fucked. Shit.
Was it from coughing or was it like?
No, like I would lean up and it like felt like my muscles in my back like were like thrown out.
Oh,
like,
okay, that I heard that one before. I've heard like Walt said like a body ache.
Yeah, that's
like, what the fuck, bro? Like who gets like where did this shit come from? You can't tell me it didn't come from the Wuhan lab. we're officially we're transitioning to that kind of podcast.
Yeah.
It's going to be a conspiracy theory podcast.
Literally, when I got my
InfoWars 2, I'm sorry, you were saying?
When I got my 2 shots, I forget what I did when I got my first one. I think I just kind of went on with my day. But when I went for the second time, the next day, I went out shooting. I was fine. Like,
really?
Yeah, some people just like got it, and other people didn't.
Yeah, I think another thing too is like I haven't been sick in like 5 years, and I've never had COVID. Yeah. So I feel like that didn't help.
That's
like,
true.
How many you have had COVID?
Just once.
Just once?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Has anyone had it more than
Never
once?
had COVID. Ever.
Me either.
Bullshit.
Never ever.
Really?
Never.
COVID.
Really?
Yep.
I thought you did.
No.
Nope.
Interesting.
Never have COVID. My whole family, other than me and my dad, have had.
That's what I'm saying.
Had
Like
COVID.
my entire family has had COVID 3 or 4 times,
That's
and
insane.
I've never gotten it. Everyone said I was a fucking joke when I bought a gas mask at the gun show.
Hey, I still have mine, and the filter's still good.
Yeah,
so
dude.
I'm ready.
Yeah, dude, I got on like the paranoia train super hard when the California wildfires were going on, and I'm like, bro, I need a gas mask. I need to buy a gas mask right now. The world's gonna end soon. It's gonna be a nuclear fire. I need a gas. A mere $450. I can spare that for the end days. I need it.
Did you buy a?
No.
I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure I spent $12 on mine at the gun show.
I think mine was like 35 or
Yeah.
something.
No,
But did you have it when Canada's wildfires were burning?
That
Yo,
was worse. for us.
That's
worse.
when I
That
was
was
thinking
fucked.
about it.
Fuck
okay.
California.
Yeah,
Canada's the one
Canada.
who fucked us up.
Yeah, I know.
I was out
that's
walking
when I
in
was
that
freaking
shit.
out about it. I signed up for emails. I get the coupons in my email when there's a deal.
You thought a wildfire was gonna bring the end of days?
Huh? It's just good to have, man.
No, but
No, I don't think a wildfire is going to bring the end of days, but it's like it is concerning. Like if you stood out, there were days where if you stood outside for more than like 3 hours, like it hurt to breathe.
that's what.
Yeah.
Like, my
I know.
old man
I was out.
coughing up
I was
for, like,
walking in that
Yeah.
shit.
My old man was like coughing for weeks after, and he's like, "Yeah, I think it was from being outside on that one day. I was outside playing with Bodie, and I was like." Is that the day where they said that if you were outside for like an hour, it was like
Yeah.
smoking 20 cigarettes?
Yep.
He goes, "Yep,
Yeah,
And I was
my eyes
outside
were
in that
watering
shit,
and shit.
yeah."
that whole fucking week walking
Yeah.
to work, and I was like, "This is fun."
You're telling me driving with my windows up with no AC?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
But dude, so since I was sick, I'm prone when I'm sick like that. Like when I get the flu too, is like I get ear infections, and I had a right and left ear infection.
Oof.
I know
And,
I know your feeling.
Dude, the
I know your pain.
antibiotics they had me on, like
Made your piss stink.
no, I was
Okay, real
dude.
quick.
Dude.
I said I had a problem with the antibiotics that I was given, and the first thing Wayne said when I said it to him was, "Did you make your piss stink?"
It does for
Yeah,
me.
no, it didn't.
Okay.
it
Like,
was for
I
me.
guess you weren't on strong enough antibiotics.
So mine was my shit was like the greenest
your
I've
shit
ever seen it. It was
neon.
it was so green that like there was one day that I almost stooped down to Sean level to take a pic, and it was I wiped my ass and my shit was the color of Baja Blast, like that
bluish
like a
green.
bluish green.
Ew.
And I like looked it up and I was like, this antibiotic, what does it do to your digestive tract? And it said like it will make it so that you don't digest food properly. And the day prior, I had a blue smoothie.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
it literally came out like the same color.
That's
that's
terrible.
that's
fucking
fucked up.
disgusting.
Yeah, it was so fucking gnarly.
You ever like? Don't you hate that like your doctor doesn't tell you that kind of stuff?
Oh, absolutely.
Like when I was on the antibiotic.
you a little drowsy.
Yeah, when I was on antibiotic
they expect us
for
to
my
read.
eyeball. Yeah, when I was on antibiotic, no, it's not even. No one fucking told me anywhere. It was not written anywhere in the whatever on that stupid pamphlet you get at the
Yeah.
pharmacy. The one that I was on took my antibiotic to try to clear up my eye.
Oh, yeah,
And-
that fiasco. I remember that.
Yeah, and then I get intense gut churning shits. Nowhere on the pamphlet that it gave me did it say that this was going to happen. One Google search says, "Oh, it's also a bowel mobilizer." It said something really. It was really fucked up like that. It was like intestinal highway inducer.
My God.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, that's another thing. Is like it made me when I like. There was like one day where I was like 5 minutes late to work, and I was talking to the HR lady. I was like, "Hey, like I'm on this antibiotic," and she goes, "Oh, I think I've been on that before." And I said, "Yeah." So when I have to go to the bathroom,
I gotta go.
I have to go to the bathroom. And she goes, "Yeah, it's understandable." Thank you.
I had a supervisor get me at Amazon for being in the bathroom too long.
Get you what?
Like get me, like get on my ass about being in the bathroom for too long, and she was like, "Yeah, there's just like." I don't like. I disagree with this number so hard. She was just like, "Yeah, there's just like there's just no reason you should be in the bathroom for 15 minutes." And I was like, 1, 15 minutes is not that long. I don't think. 2,
No.
Taco Bell. Like, are you fucking joking? That's what I told her. I said like, I had Taco Bell today. What do you want from me? Like, and it was the you worked there with me for. It was that little Asian girl.
That's what I figured.
She was like our same age. And it was. I was like, I had Taco Bell for lunch. Are you fucking joking me? Like,
That's
what do you mean? There's
hilarious.
no good reason for you to be in there for 15 minutes.
My asshole
You're
is
lucky it
on
was just
fire.
15.
Yeah. Me and my coworker are the reason why the men's room and the ladies' room are now.
Occupied all the time.
They're
They're all gender.
they're all gender bathrooms. They're all gender bathrooms, and there's literally like a picture of like a minotaur on one, and then like some weird monster on the other, and it just says "whatever, wash your hands."
I feel,
Dude, that would be so confusing.
I feel like that's offensive.
Oh, I walked into work and I went, "That doesn't look like no gender I ever seen."
What the hell is this?
So Walter, you have something to tell us about some fucking walnuts.
Yeah.
Unprovoked, with no context, just
unprovoked.
walnuts.
Walnut.
Our
Fourth idea
chat.
in the group chat is
Oh
just
my
the
God.
word walnut.
And then he didn't show up for 10 podcasts.
Yeah. I was fucking busy.
Do you remember?
Yes. So for my job, I walk outside constantly, and I was walking to this one house, and they had I want to say it was like a black walnut tree or something. Walking. All of a sudden, a fucking walnut just hits me square in the fucking head. I'm like, what the fuck? And as I continue walking, there's just walnuts everywhere.
I had something similar happen to me.
I was gonna say you have all the right to be mad at me and just be like, oh, look at this fucking bullshit. But it just hit me square in the head, and as I'm walking, I'm fucking tripping all over the other fucking walnuts. I'm like, why the fuck do these fucking even exist?
Was it like in a cartoon where they throw marbles on the ground?
pretty much, because it was fucking wet too, which didn't
no.
even help. Like I was so fed up, so I just typed in walnuts to the chat. Just because I was so fed up.
Walnut hits him square in the forehead, angrily types walnuts in this guy's driveway into
And like I had the fucking green shit on my forehead too, so like it wasn't coming.
it was the whole thing.
Yeah, no, it was a
Oh,
whole
I thought you
nut.
meant just the nut.
No, it was the whole
Those
nut.
things
Yes.
dude, those things are awful.
Yes.
Dude, my neighbor, like 7 houses down the
legit,
street,
dude,
has them, and they end up down here. They roll downhill.
Yeah, no,
Dude,
it fucking hit me square in the goddamn head.
Those
like green-
fucking
huge-
unicorn
green
things,
fucking
those
walnuts.
the size of an apple.
Yeah.
It came out of the fucking
Okay.
tree and hit me.
I was
That
thinking
sucks.
like a nice little
No,
walnut.
That's what I thought too. I was
like a little
pussy.
acorn or
Yeah,
fucking
like a normal nut. So you got hit with a baseball.
Yes.
Yeah, basically. That
You got,
sucks.
you got hit with a fat ass gorilla testicle on
Yes,
your forehead.
and this was like in the middle of my workday, so
Okay.
like my head was just throbbing for the rest of the fucking day as I'm walking.
Where did it land on your head?
Like right
Oh,
here.
like hit your
Like on
temple?
your
Yeah.
temple.
Damn.
like right there. I was just
Imagine
walking.
like,
and
I'm gonna
just,
kill this retard. Watch this.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, imagine if you were the guy who got knocked out from a walnut.
Thankfully, I've been hit in the head.
I prayed
With-
that somebody had that on Ring doorbell.
I kind of wish I asked the owner because
Like,
he
hey,
was
thank
actually
you.
doing yard work in the back.
Oh my gosh, that would have been so funny.
You should have asked.
It's way too late now.
Hey, on this date, check your Ring doorbell
Yeah.
footage.
But I also I was gonna ask again, Kevin has the ultimate reason, but
Yep.
have any of you ever experienced something like that?
Never on that scale. That's extreme.
No,
The
no.
worst
The
is
tree in our front yard has acorns, So I've been hit by a few acorns, which
Yeah.
don't feel good, but it's not
not-
like
it's not
that.
a walnut.
Yeah, it's not one of those.
I imagine for you, it's the opposite. It's not it falling on your head. It's more stepping on it barefoot.
Oh, dude,
dude,
yeah.
Yeah,
that's the
probably
worst
suck
too.
cock.
Yeah, I have a bad habit of walking outside with no shoes on.
Same, dude.
Yep, same. I have that one tree that's going towards like the my dead end.
Yeah.
And it drops the really tiny acorns.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're always sharp as shit.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times like that little stem breaks off of my foot.
Ugh, Jesus.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I think I'm just like either
that
a
little
baby
pointing-
or I'm autistic or something. I like never walk outside with bare feet, like ever.
I always do.
I put on
It's too much
Crocs.
Well,
estrogen.
don't
you
you
don't
have
have
a-
that caveman blood in you.
Don't you guys have like crushed up seashell on part of your like lawn?
No.
I thought you did have like going up to the door.
No. like the concrete like slabs
Yeah.
that are made from like little pebbles and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I part of like the walkway to the front door is that, yeah.
Like, and imagine that would suck to walk
Yeah,
on.
that
Like
sucks
Nick has like
enormous
a
dick.
finished.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
well,
concrete.
part of it,
Like
yeah.
boom finish concrete.
Yeah, mine. I think mine's the same way. Part of it's like
Yeah.
kind of that pebbly. Like,
Yeah, yours is kind of rough.
yeah.
No, but even still, I just don't like that shit. I put up the Crocs for the summertime, and I got moccasins for the wintertime.
I don't mind walking bare feet.
I fucking
Yeah.
hate it.
I say,
Like I said, maybe I'm just autistic. As I
It
know, I
keeps
got the
us
caveman
in
in me.
touch.
Like when
with
Nick
our
got
ancestors.
that, when Nick got that brutal splinter for like a real long time,
Oh, yeah.
like that kind of scared me back into hiding. But then I went back out and
Kevin went
barefoot.
back into the
Can we
closet.
talk about how Nick is the king of like retarded accidents? Like,
Oh yeah, tripping over a hockey stick and
breaking your ankle or
fracturing
whatever.
my ankle. Yeah, just getting a huge splinter
Yeah.
just in the bottom of my heel that was so far into my heel they could not get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
like-
it like straight in?
It was
like,
on an angle,
or a little-
like on a
okay.
45-degree angle into my heel. They said it was close enough to us probably touching my bone, and they
Lovely.
couldn't get it out.
because I had a 2.5-inch splinter in my heel, but it went. I backed up into
Oh gosh, yeah.
wood, and it just went. It went.
What it
Was
went
it
long ways?
like horizontal,
That's wild.
like through like this,
That's awful.
and I like you could see it under the skin and everything. Like it wasn't just under the skin. Like you could see it like deep in like my flesh.
I hate that.
And I was just, and it took forever to eventually get all of it out because it was like that pressure treated wood, but it was from an old deck, so it was all splintery and shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's so bad.
It came out in chunks.
Ugh. That's disgusting.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
time I hurt myself seriously, it's really dumb. There's never a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
reason. And then
there's never a good way to heal it.
Yeah, I'm holding a
fuck this
box
like
and I
shit.
trip on ice and it just jams into my ribs
Yeah.
and I can't
Yeah.
sleep for 6 months.
Bro,
Like, that
I
was
pray
really
to
fun.
God I don't slip on ice this year.
I think you had yours.
I think we
the
just
year
have to
before that,
finish
I
you
had
at that
mine.
point in time.
What'd you say, Wayne?
You had yours the year before that. I had mine.
Yeah, yours
I think-
is fucking hilarious. Yours is on,
Yeah, it's
on
it's on
your
your
Instagram. Yeah.
camera. Check that out on the Twitter.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and I think the year before that was yours. So I guess it's Walt's turn now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, that was rough.
At least it's not so far.
Gets out of my
Yeah.
car. Just,
Yeah, me and Wayne are like halfway to the building. Turn around.
Kevin?
Where's Kevin in this here?
I just hear someone say, "I think he's laying on the ground."
Yeah, we go to this diner. Kevin accidentally parks over the only patch of ice
Black
in the
ice.
whole
Black
parking
ice.
lot. In the whole parking lot. Gets out of his car, immediately eats shit. You didn't even
Yeah.
take one step,
No,
right?
my foot touched the ground and I slipped off that, and then I landed on my car keys, and my fob that unlocks my doors exploded underneath me.
Forgot about that part.
Thankfully, you didn't like
Oh, shit.
have your alarm get stuck on or something.
No,
from, you know,
yeah.
Dude.
fob blowing up.
That was so. It was really funny once you were okay.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was nice because the people in the diner offered me.
A piece of pie. Or
They offered
something.
me a piece of pie. Yeah.
Nice.
And
But
then
you
Kevin
refused.
didn't take it.
Yeah,
You
and then I
declined
said,
it.
"No, I'm not going to take that."
Why?
He wanted a free meal or something.
Yeah, I wanted
and they
my meal
offered
to
him-
be paid for.
They offered him the pie. He's like, "Fuck this! I'm not taking it."
Yeah, they offered a $4 piece of pie.
Dude, I would have pulled up my phone. I would have put up my phone like this. I said, we could make my check disappear, or
Yeah.
I can call Mr. Feinstein right now. Okay? That's my lawyer, in case you
Yeah.
didn't know. In case you didn't know how those names work. Okay, I'm going to chill with the Kanye shit. So between this podcast, which we're now in the holiday season, I would say,
Yeah, 100%.
and the last podcast, it was Thanksgiving. We had Thanksgiving occur.
We
Yeah.
did.
Like
And-
when I got sick, it was 50 degrees the day I got sick, and then the next day I left was like a week and a half later, and I went outside and it was 29 degrees.
Yeah.
That was my first time back out in the elements.
But over the Thanksgiving, my family shared a phone call with my aunt who lives down in Florida.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how everyone's Thanksgiving is going. And she said, "Oh, well, I destroyed our turkey for Thanksgiving." We said, "How did that happen?" She said they got a brand new oven.
Oh no.
And it was their first time using the oven. And
That's already just a recipe
Yeah.
for disaster.
they put the turkey in. Like a normal turkey, I don't know how you put it. I don't put the turkey in. I'm not in charge of that.
Okay.
They put
I
the
deep
turkey
fried
in.
mine.
They put it to like a normal ass temperature, like 300 degrees or something.
Yeah.
And then waited for however long you wait for a turkey to cook. And then when they
12
came back,
hours.
like after like a relatively short amount of time for a turkey, it started smoking violently.
Oh no.
It's because they bought this brand new oven.
Oh,
and
they
it was on
didn't season
Celsius.
it.
Oh,
Oh,
It was
okay.
the oven.
Celsius.
So 325 degrees Celsius. Is
Oh my God.
670
Oh my
degrees
god.
Wow.
What did they
Just
get it
scorched the
imported?
fucking
Like,
turkey.
I don't know.
How can you even buy something that
That's
defaults
crazy.
to Celsius in this country?
I don't know, but I just like it
Well,
was.
I think my fridge was in Celsius at first, and
maybe
then
I was not
Yeah,
in touch with
like if
modern
you get like a
appliances,
new,
but
like a newer smart appliance, this was a new oven. I
Celsius.
imagine something like that
Jesus
could be
Christ.
possible.
so it was just basically maxed out the entire time.
Yeah, the thing was
you literally scorched
was
the
it, like,
turkey.
Yeah.
What's the highest you've ever put an oven in your life?
Like 420.
Yeah, exactly.
425.
I never
425.
ever put it higher than 425, and I've never seen someone put it higher than 425. That's like the universal cooking temperature
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless it's something that you want to do like
Everything
low
is
and slow.
slow.
Yeah.
Everything is 350
Then
or
you use a crock
425.
pot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's like that's like the universal cooking temperature. This was 175 degrees higher than that.
Jeez.
600 degrees. Oh my god, yo.
Dude, at what point would it just... What temperature would it take for it to just spontaneously combust?
I don't know.
To just
Probably
ignite.
pretty high.
Yeah.
Probably pretty
Yeah.
fucking high.
Yeah, but
I
like,
agree,
what do you
but
even
god
do?
Damn.
They didn't have turkey that year. that's what they did. They had the mac and
rough.
cheese and stuff.
That
and
makes
all
sense.
shit.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I just came across some guy on YouTube that I started watching. His voice is just like so fucked up, like kind of like that Psychic Pebbles kind of voice.
Yeah, yeah.
And all the guy does is he just deep fries things and sees how they taste after like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and an hour. And then the other one is like he'll just make sausages out of random shit.
Oh, I love that
seen
guy.
that guy.
Ordinary sausage,
Yeah, I love that
He's
guy
so-
too.
yeah. I saw him. He was like
Willet sausage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he goes like this.
I've
when
never,
he's making sausage.
I've never seen this.
Bro, and he does deep frying hot dogs, just like plain hot dogs. And 15 minutes he goes, it's great, tastes like a deep fried hot dog. And then like the 30-minute mark, and he goes, okay, it's basically
It's,
burnt all the way through,
yeah.
almost. And then it gets to the very end, he goes, it's basically ash, and he crumbles in his hand, and then he takes a bite, and he goes, it tastes like cancer.
But I can't stress enough the quality that the guy's voice
great.
adds to this content because
Oh.
it's like high pitch and lispy and like
Each video is like
That's
3
great.
minutes, 3 to 6
Yeah.
minutes long.
yeah,
It's just
they're very short.
insane.
It's like today
Yeah.
we're gonna be doing this, and then he just flies right into it. Like it's
It,
just
it kind of reminds me just the premise of like the podcast that we listened to on our way to Cracker Barrel.
Oh, what
the fuck
talking
are you talking
Dracula
about?
Flow?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was not a podcast.
I don't know what it
we
was.
introduced you him to Dracula Flow.
Okay. Still haven't seen the new episode.
What the fuck are you
So
talking
good.
about, Walter?
I'm just saying, just the concept of like with his voice and just like
Oh,
the,
bro,
the con-
Dracula Flow is...
just the content.
Dracula
I
Flow
don't
is
know
different.
why.
Dracula
man.
Flow 4.
Huh?
Mr. Jamie put on Dracula Flow
Oh, yeah, we're sitting here for 10 minutes and watch Dracula Flow 4. No,
After
thank
Hours.
you.
Uncut Takes After Hours on the Patreon. We reacted to Dracula Flow 4.
Okay, so I'm gonna. I think last time we did a podcast last month.
Yeah, it's
I
been a
said,
long
I
time.
said I was gonna put the link to Dracula Flow, and I just did not on Twitter. So Twitter is gonna be the video be slipping on ice with the link to Dracula Flow 4.
There you go. Sounds perfect.
So you get the context.
Yeah.
This shit don't mean nothing to me, man.
Shit means nothing to me,
I'll
man.
fucking kill kill you.
We're smoking filtered crack, you stupid piece of shit. I'll kill you.
Smoked a new op. The meat fell right off the bone. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Welcome back to the Four Guys with Dementia Screaming podcast. For the
I'm gonna be
uninitiated.
Dementia,
85 going,
schizophrenic.
I need my fucking perk. In the rocking chair.
And the rocking chair, just the lazy board, just wide-eyed.
So, Kevin, you have some hobo content for us?
Yeah, so my
Always.
coworkers were yelling at me because I was eating like a hobo one day for
What,
lunch.
did you pull your meal out of the garbage? What does that even mean?
I stopped at Heritage's and I bought, it was like beef stew in a can. And
Oh, you mean like actual like traditional hobos food?
yeah, exactly. It was
Like,
like,
you cracked open a can of beans and drank it raw kind of
I
shit.
had a can of beans and
Okay.
I chopped up hot dog and put it in there.
Okay, that's like actual hobo food.
Yeah, actually, dude. And my coworker's
my
like,
God.
you can just eat like that? And I said, I can eat anything. And they said, you would probably be one of those people that would thrive as a hobo. And one of my coworkers said, the way that I would thrive as a hobo is go into the hobo camp, find the biggest hobo you can find, and just kill him right on the spot.
What, for food?
Yeah,
Or survival?
just for survival.
For both.
What for food?
Both.
I don't think was Kevin on Team Cannibal with me. I forget.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Who am I to shit on someone else's culture? I'll try everything once.
Is that what you call it?
Coach.
But I got back to thinking. I was talking to my coworkers about these two guys we went to high school with, and they were talking about how they would go into a homeless camp behind a bowling alley near where we live, and they were walking around and they were saying that they saw some guy that was completely naked, sitting on a milk crate. Looking into a TV that was obviously turned off because it's in the middle of the woods,
Yeah.
just beating off.
It sounds great. It sounds like a great
and
time.
One of the guys was walking and he took a step and he stepped on a stick and it like broke. And the guy just turned around quickly and then just started running towards them and then they just ran out of the woods.
That's like ultimate nightmare fuel.
Oh my god.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, if
Absolutely.
that happened, that hobo's dying.
Oh, absolutely. On the spot.
He's,
yeah.
he's getting jumped. He's getting
yeah. You're
absolutely
picking up the
fucking
biggest
jumped.
branch you can find and cracking it over his hobo head.
That is fucking terrifying, though. I don't know. I say this all the time to a guy that I work with. I would be homeless. Like I would like if someone would like pay me like what I get paid at work.
Yeah.
To be homeless?
Yeah, I would be homeless. I would do like 30 days homeless challenge.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, would you do that?
I would try it for 30 days.
Like-
That's what they should do. Is like there's this show that my parents watch called Alone, and it's
Yeah.
they have these people go out into the woods in Alaska, and it's just
Oh,
you,
yeah, I've heard
you can
it.
bring one thing with you. That's it, and it can't be a firearm, but you can bring like a bow, something like that. And,
Like primitive stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
and you have to survive by yourself in the wilderness of Alaska for as long as possible. And whoever's the last person, each person is like 50 miles apart. Like there's no way you're gonna run into
Right.
someone else. And all you do is just try to survive. Last person to survive. They have no contact with the people that are recording because it's all done by like you have your own personal camera.
right.
It's all done like,
the Survival Man type
solar
shit.
charged. Yeah, like Survivor Man. And they should just have that. Except it's just
Hobo
With
edition.
hobos.
yeah.
Hobo
Take
edition.
5 people, drop them off in I don't know,
San Francisco.
Camden or Kensington
Philly.
or something or Philly, and be like, hey, you can survive for as long as you can. Last person that goes, alive or
yeah.
Dude, if they drop
quit.
me off homeless in Camden or Kensington, the first thing I'm doing is walking 10 miles away from
Oh,
there.
yeah.
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 That's
I
step
agree.
one.
I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Well, that's like the premise of my argument is like being homeless in like a city where it's rough would be pretty fucking bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
the people who are there, they're like they have to be there because they're addicted to drugs or whatever. I'm not gonna do the 30-day homeless and get addicted to heroin challenge.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm just gonna be homeless. I'm just gonna walk north, south, east, west, whatever direction is away from the inner city.
Yeah, I think I would fare okay in the 30-day trial as long as it's not like any time between like December to March. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean that
sounds
falls on
Yeah.
top of the like, would you survive as a Midwestern hobo?
Yeah,
Well,
no,
Having,
even
like-
that's worse though. That gets like
That's like in the negative.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's in the summer, it's fine.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
but
that's-
it's still just like
still the
I
winter
think I could do
time.
any time of year around here. It wouldn't be fun. It
Show
wouldn't
me.
be pretty. Huh?
Prove it. Show me. Do it.
Pay me, bro.
I'll give you $100
I
a
have
day.
like $10 cash on me right now.
That's not gonna be enough, unfortunately.
$100 a
30.
day. You have to survive for 5 days outside.
Like if someone could finance this operation and the cameras
We will make
to
a
film
Mr. Beast like style video. Can we
Yeah.
give you $500 to take a week off work and do that?
$500 to be a hobo.
You have to sleep on a sidewalk at least 2 nights.
That's like the,
Yeah,
the
you have
Mr.
to
Beast grocery store.
You have to
challenge.
sleep on a subway vent in Philly for at least 2 nights.
Would you be homeless in Philadelphia or New York City?
You
for-
have to
for
buy
$10,000
heroin. You don't have
a
to
day.
use it, but you have
For
to buy it.
$10,000 a day?
Yeah.
What are you, fucking crazy? That's of course.
You have to stay home. How long would you go? Do you think?
Well, also, which place? I'd probably choose New York.
Wait,
The-
say this again. Sorry.
Huh? The New York or Philadelphia? You got to be homeless. And you get $10,000
I'd
a
rather
day.
be New
it's,
York.
It's the Mr. Beast challenge.
Probably New York too.
Every day that you do it, you wake up alive and not stabbed to death or whatever. Mr. Beast comes in with a shopping cart filled with $10,000.
Here you
and
go.
Goes, here you
Yeah,
go.
but then you're at Target.
Now you have to guard this for the whole
Yeah, now you gotta guard
That's part
this.
of the challenge.
That's
I think I would do.
That's a good.
I would think
thing
I would
to throw
do
in
Philly just because it would be closer to home
Yeah, but
and just start walking.
there. Oh, you mean like walk over
No,
the
you
bridge?
gotta stay
have
in
to
the
stay
city
in it,
limits. You
yeah.
can't-
I would probably do New York too
Yeah.
as well.
well, I guess Philly, you could always just say like, hey, like somebody come pick up this 10 grand.
Yeah.
Like use
That's
that
true, too.
use a payphone.
Dude,
Very
I feel
true.
like New York. I tried using a payphone in
yeah.
Kensington the other
Have
day.
you heard this
Why?
yet? Okay, you need to hear why.
Why?
Okay, so my family for the holiday season, a staple of the holiday season for our family is to go to this Polish deli in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And get some goods.
Get the good shit.
Yeah, and then
Kevin-
we
okay,
had-
now-
Mind you remember that Wayne's dad watches Kensington Live.
Yeah,
Right.
so,
Yeah,
so
okay.
this is something that we have to go get these sausages no matter what. It doesn't matter if it's the end of days.
By the
or-
way, they
Sausages.
went out of their way to go into Kensington.
Yeah,
the
so-
deli's not even in Kensington.
Yeah, the deli's not in Kensington.
Why? Why would you go?
So it was like several blocks away. I was
Okay.
talking about it with Kevin the other day. I'm like, yeah, we drove like a couple blocks. Actually, it was like several blocks. We drove for like 5-10 minutes to get there in the city. You know.
Yeah.
So my dad watches the Kensington live stream as his established lore
Yes.
on the podcast, and he's like we can go check it out because I said I would go check it out.
Check out the spot.
I would go people watching there. I would go take my truck and set a lawn chair on the roof of my truck and people watch or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Hit golf balls at him.
yeah, we get going like on the way, and my dad's like, he's like, oh, but when we get there, I want you to get out. And there's a payphone. I'll show you where it is because he knows that little area. Like,
Oh, okay.
so he goes, this little payphone. Like I'll point it out to you. I want you to go over to it and call my phone from the payphone so I can have the payphone number.
That way you can call it back.
So he can call it back while he's watching it.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, that is, isn't it?
Does he have it?
Only
So
your dad.
So we get there, and I jump out of the car, and I put on a rubber glove, and I go over to the payphone, and I don't know how a fucking payphone works. So
Right.
so I'm like, what the fuck? So I pick it up, and there's no dial tone.
Oh.
So I only have one rubber glove. So I pick it up, and there's no dial tone.
After
So-
he sifted through the sea of Narcan.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Narcan in the tray on the thing.
No way. Oh my God.
So I pick it up and there's no dial tone. I'm keeping it like this far away from my
Yeah.
head, like a good few inches. I
Yeah.
don't want to get gonorrhea syphilis from it, you know.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay. And so I dial the phone number. And then there's still nothing. Okay, so I got to put it down now and reach in, get some quarters out of my pocket, put some quarters in, and there's still nothing. And I dial, and there's still nothing. I'm like, okay, this is the fucking thing just doesn't work. I guess too many fecal particles got into it or something. It doesn't work anymore. Dude, it was fucking brutal out there. Like,
So that was it. It just didn't work.
it just didn't work.
Okay.
But dude, I don't know if you could pay me $10,000 per 24 hours to be homeless right there, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There are like, dude, it's straight up an episode of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
It looks like
Did you go tweaker tipping?
dude. You could have. There was everywhere. There was like 20 of them, just like in eye shot. It was fucking crazy.
So crazy.
Christ.
I forget what it was. It was like on like Allegheny Avenue or whatever is the one that he watches, like right by the train station.
Yeah.
It was so fucked up.
Like
dude.
under
the L.
Yeah.
It was so fucked up. It was really bad.
That's fucked.
Well, that's fun. I'm glad you did that.
Yeah, it was an experience, you know. It's a
it
like,
totally is.
I don't know. It's like it's in the Thanksgiving spirit, you know. A little after the it's like man, I'm thankful. I'm sure thankful that I'm not one of these fucking bums.
Yeah, well, then again, you've never done fentanyl or ketamine or any of those awful
It's
drugs.
crazy. I would take a family field trip there if you guys wanted to go.
If you're driving,
Did I-
I'll go.
Did I
Yeah,
ever
I'll-
mention?
I'll drive.
Did I ever mention I found like a vial of fentanyl?
What? Underneath your pillow?
No. when I was in this area for work, there was a bank of meters, and one had like a little like compartment that had like a lid. So I lifted the lid, and there's just a little vial
Interesting.
What the
of
fuck?
fentanyl.
Did you
I'm
take
like,
it?
No.
Why?
I ain't fucking touching that shit.
Should have given it to
well,
someone.
if you fuck up my wire, I'm gonna start.
I'm fucking trying to move it.
Stop moving yourself. You're gonna stop moving the wires.
I can't. I'm autistic. But I literally, it was just sitting there. I'm like, yeah, I ain't touching anything around this meter right now. I just shut the lid and continue walking.
Yeah, well, like I'm sure everyone's like seen the video of like a cop like looked at a bunch of fentanyl and he like almost died
Yeah.
from it. You guys see that?
What?
A cop
Looked at fentanyl?
like he like touched it and manipulated it and like a little bit of it like got in it like it wasn't like he smacked a bag of flour and you saw this big like it's on his body camera.
Yeah.
And you just see him like fucking with the shit and then it just and he just falls backwards. Like the
Damn,
camera
wow.
just
Yeah,
looks
not
up at the
see
sky,
that.
and then he
Just
like
he
he gets like
pretty
away
much.
from the the fentanyl particles in the
Yeah.
air or whatever the fuck.
Fumes.
And then
dust.
and then he comes back up a little bit, just like someone Narcans him and shit. He's just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." Like the dude saw God. Like the dude like saw,
my
he
God.
saw the
I
other
think
side.
it took like 3 Narcan or some shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I've seen
it was-
people that get 3
Yeah.
Narcans. It takes more than one sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like fucked up shit.
I love that
my.
the people that wake up on that is like they have two reactions. It's like, hey, like where am I? Or I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
It's you just ruined my high. I'm
Yeah.
gonna rip you in half. Now.
Yeah, I'm going to rip you in half now.
That's such a juggernaut thing to say. Yeah, it's really not good.
But speaking of hobo, you know who also becomes hobos sometimes is
Oh, my
war vets,
Oh god.
which is a shame.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so this guy came into my shop the other day, and I'm talking to him, and he's like, he was buying all this THC products.
Kevin, I gotta stop you right now, really quick, dude. How the fuck do I turn that off? I'm starting to actually sweat.
You gotta turn off that switch.
There's a switch on the right hand side.
There's a fake fireplace on next to Wayne. He's getting too hot.
Wayne over here, big sweating,
So anyway,
Yeah.
big sweaty boys.
so this guy comes in the shop, and I'm talking to him, and I noticed that he had like a Vietnam War vet hat on. And I said, "Did you serve?" And he said, "Yes, I did." And I said, "Thank you for your service." And I said, Jesus Christ,
What are you doing?
bro? Don't knock over the beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
And that's fine. I don't care.
Pelican case for a reason.
But I'm talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I served in Vietnam." And he's like, I did what I had to do. Me and my friends went over there. I say friends, they were more like neighbors. And I said, okay. And he goes, yeah, I mean, over there is just kind of like, you just did what you had to do. If I was told to kill someone, I'd just kill someone.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I looked over at my coworker and she didn't hear it. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I smiled while talking to him. And he goes, yeah, I was on this boat one time. Boat's going down. This guy goes by. He says a not so political correct word towards a Vietnamese person. Okay. And he goes, I told this guy he couldn't go this way. He said, fuck you. I said, fuck me. And he went, fuck you. And he went, okay. And then he literally went, and then he went like this and put his fist up and went, boom, 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 boom. The dude's doing this in the middle of the store, and he goes, God didn't say fuck you after that.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking bass.
But yeah, he's just talking about it. He's like,
It sounds like a Mr. Sark skit.
dude, the guy was just talking about how like he just went over there and he killed people. He did what he had to do, and then
He just followed orders.
eventually when he was only
soldier
following
follow
orders. Yeah. So like, have you guys ever had any like interactions with like war vets where they just say like the most
Nothing like that.
rarely the most like
Nothing
base
at all.
shit possible?
No.
No.
Maybe a while ago, but nothing like to that extent. Like
Oh,
they like
yeah.
they would talk about stories and whatnot.
I love
like
bringing
I would
them
like
up.
see it. I would see it like on
Like
on
modern
Instagram. But
modern day war vets, I won't say anything, but like old war vets, I'll be like, did you kill people?
how many bodies got on those hands?
I used to see this
Which
old
are tally
guy.
marks.
I used to see this old guy who was a Vietnam vet, like every once in a while at work.
Yeah.
And he never like would say war stories, but like he always wore the hat that said
Yeah.
Vietnam vet, so I knew he was
Yeah.
a fucking Vietnam vet. And the guy was like old as shit. And one time he started talking about it, like just a little. He was like, I don't know how the fuck he started talking about it. He went, yeah, man, I used to lug the machine gun and like he
got an orgasm
he just
with that.
chuckled. He just went, he just
Like he's deranged.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like all the, like every other time I talk to the guy, and I talk to the guy a lot. Can't wait to go home today. Gonna sit on the porch with my dog, my wife. I don't know which one loves me more. Like just like regular old man stuff,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like regular normal.
Boomer
Old,
core.
yeah. And then one day, just like whew, that machine gun and Nam.
Oh yeah.
Tear something up.
It was just the way he said it. It was just like, yeah, okay,
delivery.
this guy killed 50 men. Like,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he's happy about it.
yeah. And he doesn't give a fuck about it.
I killed 50 men.
I feel like it's like your Vietnam vets and then World War II vets
I feel like
when if they're around.
World War II vets is like, it was nothing but bad times.
Yeah.
Vietnam
Yeah.
was awful.
Yes.
But occasionally you get the vet who's like, I loved it over there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, I saw this little fun fact. In Vietnam, they had, I think it was red night vision goggles, and it like drove them.
That sounds
Interesting.
awful.
It's like, have you seen like the pictures from the Russian sleep experiment? It was like during the Cold War, the Soviet
think
Union.
so, yeah.
They had people stay up for like days
Yeah.
and weeks.
Is that a real thing? I thought that was like a
No,
creepypasta.
No,
No,
it was a true
the,
thing.
the picture I think is fake, but the actual experiment
yeah,
was
the actual
real.
experiment's real.
Yeah, the picture is like the weird like demon thing. Is that what you're talking about, Wayne?
I think it's just a creepypasta.
I couldn't. But yeah, I think I've seen like saw some stuff about it.
I listened to like I know I heard of a creepypasta about it.
Bro,
Like,
what's... Oh, never mind. I can't say that on this
What?
podcast. I was going to say... Never mind.
After hours.
yeah,
after hours.
You'll hear about it on the Patreon.
Yeah.
So the newest lovely part of my life has been getting this. I got the Google Pixel 8
Wow.
on a lovely Black Friday deal. Brother, trying to get this thing onto my own phone plan, like to finally jump off my parents' phone plan.
Okay, it's not the phone's fault. It's AT&T, his
Yeah.
previous phone provider's
Yeah.
fault.
Get T-Mobile, loser.
Well, I don't have AT&T right now either. But it's what are you doing over here? You
I want to
fuck?
ask Nick a question. What the fuck happened to your phone?
What do you mean?
Yeah, my messages are going through blue all of a sudden.
Okay, well, they were.
Frank said
they were.
Frank said you paid some Swedish guy like
What?
$100.
No, he doesn't know
change
what
your
he's
phone.
talking about. No, there was a service which has already been shut down by Apple, where a couple
Like 3
people
days.
reverse engineered iMessage entirely, and you could just have it on any device.
Interesting. So it doesn't work anymore.
No, Apple shut it down.
How
Okay.
long was it? Like 3 days? It worked
It was like 5 days.
Yeah, it worked for 5 days. That Apple shut down. For like 4 days.
But it worked so well. And
Wow,
it was
really? Huh.
so easy to like. It was insane. I can't believe they got it to work.
Yeah.
that they were able to reverse engineer it. But yeah, it's already gone.
I
Why
wanted
would Apple
to.
get rid of it?
Because they don't.
'Cause
Because
Apple.
if iMessage exists on Androids, more people are going to not buy
yeah,
iPhones.
you're right.
Yeah.
Because Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna get it and install it the other day, when I was texting you about it. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to
Like overnight, like I had an email at like 4 a.m. that was like, "This doesn't work now,"
yeah.
or
That
something.
sucks.
Yeah.
I went to go like look it up and just like see like what it's all about and how it works and everything, but I didn't even get that far. It was all these articles just saying it's something funny. It was just all these articles just saying it's shut down, it's dead. Is it ever coming back? When will
Right.
it come back? What are they gonna do? Blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, that was fucking quick as shit.
it was.
That was a
Jesus.
fun time.
Whatever.
apparently.
We're still getting RCS support on iPhone soon, which is
one
not
of
as
these
good,
days.
but it's good.
Yeah.
What?
So like RCS is like what the Android iMessage equivalent is, and Apple is implementing it next year. So like we'll have
Finally.
the ability to have read receipts and like typing indicators and
Oh,
full res
thank
photos
God.
and stuff. It's coming natively to iPhone. So that's happening. They just said 2024, so no one knows when.
So it's 2023. You can't say that.
What did he say?
I can't say the year.
No, the N word.
What are you talking about?
Native.
Wow.
Got him.
But anyway, I got this new phone, and the process of trying to take my phone number that I've had my entire life from AT&T
Yep.
was such a fucking hassle, dude. It was such a hassle. I tried all this online tech support shit. I tried all this bullshit on the app, on the website, all this fucking bukkake bullshit, and I just showed up at the AT&T store just to like hassle a guy, basically. And,
Fix it.
and he,
Like a boomer.
He basically was like, unfortunately, we needed like some passcode for the account or some like.
Bro, cringe.
Dude, Nick actively beats the shit out of the on-air sign.
There goes the battery.
Jesus Christ.
We have one
No,
Duracell in here.
Nick, switch them around.
That's what I'm doing.
Trick it.
That's what I'm doing.
Trick the device.
We all know batteries aren't real. This will fix it. Okay, you need to start working now.
Bro, you know I saw a light
I
come on in
did
the back.
too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna fix this. Don't worry. Keep talking
Continue
about this
your
while I
story.
beat this up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna stare at Nick.
Oh, it's on. It's dim.
Okay. Jesus fucking Christ.
We're good.
We needed to get a passcode for the account, and the dude just straight up goes, so I can't fix that. Or we need to get like a privilege for the account. And he went, I straight up don't know how to do that. However, if the policy holder comes in, we can straighten this all out like a different way. And that sounds sketchy, but it was actually like totally legit.
Okay.
So my mom had to go there, and like I like wrung the guy out about like everything. I'm like, okay, like what exactly are you gonna do? What exactly do you need to see? Like, because I got to tell this to her and I have to make this happen. Like,
Yeah.
tell me exactly what's so I gave her this whole run. I'm like, how long are what's your name? How long are you gonna be here?
Yeah.
When like. I asked him
When do you work?
Yeah.
When do you shit?
I asked him like all this shit. I texted my mom like, you need to go to the AT&T store right after work. Talk to Joey. He's gonna show you something, and give you 6 digits. All you have to do is send me 6 digits, and then we're done.
Yeah.
And she showed up there, and she went, "Oh, Joey's on his break." And I texted her back. I said, "Why is everyone at AT&T so fucking retarded? I'm going to fucking kill myself." And then she texted back, oh, "Okay, he's back." I said, "Okay, cool." And then he got these digits to send to me, and my mom gave him the phone. And she said, she just texted me back the shit that I needed, and she went, "Oh, by the way, Joey saw all that other shit on there." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's great."
That's fucking
That's
great.
hence
Yeah,
AT&T guy knows I want to kill myself.
I think I wrote like. I think after she said he came back, I said, "Okay, suicide postponed" or something like that. I said, no longer killing myself.
Yeah.
The fucking guy saw all that fucking bullshit.
so
That's
funny.
funny.
And you know, like he went home from work and just like told all his friends
Yeah.
that too. Like,
Yeah.
The dude was like I talked with him like a little bit after I asked him all like the important shit, because I was wearing the hoodie from the bar that we go to.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, "Dude, do you work at that bar?" I said, "Huh?"
Yes.
Well, no, he went like, "Do you work at the bar?" And I forgot I was wearing the hoodie. I went like,
What?
about me looks like I work at the bar?" And I was like, "Oh," okay. I was like,
saw
"No,
it.
actually, no, I don't." It was like, "Oh," like he was giving me. I think he was looking for a friend. I just wanted to get my phone fixed.
Yeah.
But they was like, oh yeah, I just moved. I'm trying to find blah 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 blah.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, it's a nice bar. You know, maybe I'll see you there one of these days or not. Whatever. Have a nice
Damn, it
day.
should have been nicer. That way you could have been like, hey man, give me, if you become friends with them, like, get a discount.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
I'm leaving AT&T. That was the whole thing. It was trying to get my phone number from AT&T.
to transfer to
Yeah,
whatever.
transfer it to my new provider. It was just such a fucking hassle.
What's the new provider?
Mint. But
That Ryan
once
Reynolds shit.
yeah, once I got the new phone, dude, and started using it, this is like the smoothest fucking phone ever.
It's the
And I don't mean that in the way you think.
okay.
It's physically so
Okay.
fucking smooth. It slides off everything. If you put it on a surface that isn't perfectly level, it fucking slides away.
How? I've never experienced that.
Until I got the case, I got like a rubbery kind of case.
Oh, maybe that's why. Because I don't bear case.
Like,
Yeah.
we're all good now. I couldn't leave this on any surface of any variety without it sliding away. It was such. I couldn't leave it on my knee while I was taking a shit. Like right now, it's like off kilter a little bit. If I
Yeah.
did this without the case, it'd be on the floor
Oh,
10
yeah.
seconds ago.
I feel like that's any phone.
I feel like this
I
one
agree,
especially.
right?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I would say.
Maybe
Back of every
If you
phone
have
is
a phone
glass
resting
now.
on your thigh on an angle and it's bare case, it's sliding the fuck off.
Right.
I think this is even worse.
I'll use my iPhone because this can be
Yeah.
sacrificial. I don't want to break it, but
But like,
I mean,
Even that, it's
look,
moving.
look.
if I balance it right, it's fine.
I think this maybe it was just because I hadn't not had a phone without a case for so long.
that's probably a big part of it.
Like
100%.
this having the rounded edges and my like the 12 the iPhone 12 that I had was a little more squared off.
What do you mean a little more squared off? These things are literally fucking bricks. I mean,
Okay,
they're not
it was
that thick,
perfectly
but, like,
squared off, sir.
Burk.
It was just like it was so like I would lay it on the bed, like to charge at night or whatever, plugged in. I'd wake up and it would be like on the other side of the bed. It would just migrate.
Yeah.
Because it would slide underneath my fat corpse.
Your fat, sweaty corpse.
Yeah,
we
that
went to the fucking bar last night, and I said to the bartender, I said, like, you don't mind if I like eat food in here, right? And she goes, no, don't worry. And I pull out a sandwich that I had gotten from a deli like hours ahead, and I open it up, and Wayne goes, "What is that?" He goes, "Oh God, what is that?" And I go, "Oh, it's liverwurst." And he goes,
I was just gonna say it's gonna be fucking sauerkraut or liverwurst or
And he
some
goes-
weird
he
ass
goes-
shit, isn't it?
He goes, dude, that's like fucked to bring into a place like this. And I'm eating
My
it.
dad
I'm eating
loves
it,
that shit.
And the people like that are like 2 or 3 seats down look over at me, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they just looked over and went, "Wait, definitely."
Yeah. The guy was pulled up in the bar eating the nasty patty. It was a liverwurst sandwich with onions on rye. Like it was like the most foul
God.
deli sandwich I could concoct.
And I'm eating it, and then at one point the bartender's like halfway across the bar, like goes and looks over at me, and I go, I just like cover my hands up.
She did like a full double take. Like she was just looking around. She was just looking around, whatever. And then she went and she, what the fuck? Like you could see on her face, what the fuck? Because Kevin asked, "Can
It
I
wasn't
eat?"
the smell. Yeah.
Kevin asked, "Can I eat here?" She turned around and then he pulled a sandwich out of his fucking pocket. No joke.
It was in
And
the
then
jacket pocket.
He's fucking over here
He
Napoleon
started
Dynamite.
eating. She was like, she came over a little bit later. Was like, "What the fuck is that? What is this? The fastest Wawa run ever?" And he went, "Oh no, it was in my pocket."
Yeah, she goes, "What'd you just pull a fucking hoagie out of your pocket?"
Hell yeah, man.
But like the fucking guy that was sitting next to Wayne, like me and Wayne were drinking all night, and the guy's like sitting there. The guy brought his own bottle opener so that she could hand him an unopened beer so that he could open it. Yeah.
That was kind of strange.
Yeah. And like me and Wayne were talking and having conversations, and the whole time he was just like staring at Wayne or staring at me and like listening to the conversation, and like he'd go like this and move his hands like he was part of the conversation. And then when me and Wayne went to leave, he then stood up and put his jacket on and waited for us to pay. And then after we walked out, he walked out after us.
The fuck?
Like he waited for us to leave.
It was weird.
Like he was with us.
He pulled up to the bar and he sat down directly next to me.
Yeah.
Like one seat over.
Yes.
Directly next
Oh
to me.
no.
Yeah.
Strange, but
It was weird, but I didn't really pay him any mind, 'cause, like unless he said something, which was rare because
Yeah.
I was like leaned all the way in on the bar.
Yeah.
So like Kevin saw him more than I did, even though he was right next to me. It was strange.
That is so weird.
fucking people, man.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you guys something that falling in line with the new phone thing. Like all my apps, I get updated. Because I have a new phone. Everything was brand. Do you guys have like the Snapchat AI thing?
You can't get rid of
at
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there
pisses me
forever.
off.
I have learned that as well. However, you can change its name.
Yeah.
Has anyone changed its name?
Have
To
we
anything
not
good?
talked about this on the podcast?
No, you've not.
Oh.
No, yeah,
You
you
sent
have.
it a picture.
Huh?
Didn't you send it a picture?
Yeah, you said it. You talked to it, but you didn't talk about changing its name.
Oh yeah, I made it look like Cortana, and I named it Cortana.
Okay.
And then I drove it crazy.
I
remember this.
There's
I
an
remember this
episode named
episode.
"I sent Cortana a picture."
No,
of
this
my
wasn't
dick.
that.
Yeah.
This wasn't that.
I'm pulling up mine.
respond.
This was I said hello, and they said hi. How are you? I said who are you? They said my name is my AI. I said can I change your name? They said afraid you can't change my name, but you can like change my @ and I said Cortana question mark, and they said back oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a Cortana.
Yeah. I remember. I changed the name of mine to something a little more interesting.
Bro, is it like we're not able to say it?
No, it's gay retard.
What does it look like?
I didn't change it. It's purple for some reason. That's the way it came.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think mine's purple too.
I changed it to gay retard. And, so it wouldn't go away. I tried to make it go away. I Googled it. You can't make it go away. So I changed its name to gay retard, and I tried texting it. The messages are gone. That's how Snapchat works.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Oh, I have mine saved.
yeah, I don't do that. I was like, what's your name? It's my AI. I said, okay, what is the name that I gave you? It was like, it said again, I don't know what you gave me. That's not my problem, but I'm my AI. And I said, okay, can I make you call yourself something different? As I seen all the people talking with AIs and they played mind games with it.
Yeah.
And they went, yes, I can make you, you can call me something different and I'll respond to that. Like once you program me to do it in the conversation. I just wrote back, your name is now gay retard. And then it immediately hit me with a big, there wasn't for some reason it shows the typing when the AI is thinking.
Yeah.
It didn't even do that. Boom, I just got hit with a block of text. Unfortunately, we are not able to continue this conversation. If you have different inquiries, you may ask them. However, you cannot say things like blah, blah, blah,
Content
blah, blah.
policy
It's
notice.
It's like, bro, shut the fuck up, man. How are you going to force this shit on me and then get upset when I call it a gay retard? That's fucking so
That's
annoying.
right.
It was beyond fucking
That's
annoying.
fucking hilarious.
I just hate Snapchat, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Bro, that's where I get my news.
Dude, anyone who goes on the Discover tab of Snapchat deserves the chair.
Oh my god. I used to look on that shit.
Oh, I'll look at it.
It's either the dumbest shit conceived
Yes.
by man or a thirst trap, and
Yes.
there's nothing else.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
that right.
Half the time I don't even look
I
at
have,
the Snapchat
cooking
stories
ones,
at
where
the
it's like a
Snapchat stories anymore.
60-second documentaries.
I mean, I don't look at it. I don't know what's on it nowadays.
I used
but,
to follow the
IGN.
Oh, okay.
like Discovery Plus or like the Animal Planet had something, or History, like the History Channel had something on there.
Gotcha.
But I at one point in time, I was like, fuck this shit. I just unsubscribed from it or whatever I did.
This is going to be the most I ever defend TikTok in my life. But if you're going to look at that, just use TikTok.
Yeah, honestly, I was
Yeah.
going to say the same
Right.
thing. I was
Bro,
if I want to have my brain rotted, I can go on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or
Dude,
whatever.
you know what was
Right.
fucking depressing was the other day was my first day off since I got back to work, and I felt so disgusted with myself. I woke up, got a shower, laid in my bed, watched YouTube Shorts for how long do you want to think?
For
4 hours.
4 hours, yeah. I'm taking a walk.
Right on the head of the nail.
Are you kidding?
my
4
God,
hours. Just watch it, swipe.
Swipe.
Watch it,
Swipe.
swipe. I lost myself for that long.
At
You're in the
least
rabbit
you're
hole.
aware.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I fell down the YouTube rabbit hole, watching just random videos
No,
and shit like
no,
that.
that doesn't count. That doesn't
I know,
count.
I know.
That's
I'm
how
just
you
saying.
find people like ordinary sausage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine shorts because they're shorts. They're what a minute long,
Yeah.
if that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh
brain
my
rot
god, for
content.
fucking 4 hours. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Just minute.
That's
Yeah.
actually how I found ordinary sausage, though.
Okay.
as well.
Yeah.
Will it blow?
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ.
I fucking love them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Will it sausage or ordinary sausage do a collab with us? Come to New Jersey, do a podcast with
yeah,
us.
we'll make a sausage on the air.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny.
Will a Rode Procaster 2 sausage?
No, it won't.
It definitely wouldn't be edible, but it would be funny until we have to buy a
Take
new
a
one.
big
Yeah.
bite. You just take a big bite, the loud crunch.
Throw all the fucking mud in their food.
out of 5.
Bro, that is perfect.
It was really good.
That's
Oh my
exactly how it sounds.
Yeah, it was dead on.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The other day, I hacked off a slice of cake at work for someone's going away party. Mm-hmm. But I show up to work like later than everyone else does, so the cake was already put away. So I had to pull it out and cut it myself, and there were no plates or forks or anything. So I cut off this piece of cake, and like there was like a countertop and a refrigerator, and behind me, for some reason, was where I put the cake. And I hacked off the slice of cake, and then I realized there were no forks or plates or anything.
Fuck.
So I laid out a piece of paper towel, but on a different on a different surface than where I had the cake.
Oh no!
And I chopped the cake, and I used the little knife. Like it was actually like a full size kitchen knife that I just found, and I tried to like walk it over to my paper towel, just a few steps, and it fell off the knife. And I, like a caveman, I reached out with my like a caveman, I reached out with the knife hand. I dropped the knife.
What a fucking retard!
And I grabbed the falling cake out of the air. I'm so right-handed. I was holding it like this with the knife. The support was the left hand, and then the knife hand was my right hand. I'm so right-handed, I can't do anything with my left. I started dropping the cake. The cake fell off the knife, so I dropped the knife, and I caught the cake in the air, and I had like I don't know, like a post nut clarity moment. It's like you know, like I just came and now I have to deal with the consequences of my sin, like moment.
now I gotta clean up.
I'm sorry you have to listen to this.
That was the moment I had. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, everyone knows what I'm talking about. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Yes,
that's what I had to do. I'm just holding, instead of holding my dick in my hand, I'm holding this piece of cake. I'm holding this piece of cake. Well, you could have been doing both. It's not at work, bro. I'm holding this piece of cake, and there's frosting everywhere. There's a knife on the floor.
Just like everything else.
You walk in and just look at you, go, sinner. And just walk out.
Like I was in the break room, and like there's like populated offices like right near there. So like I peeked out from behind the refrigerator real quick and just made sure there was no one coming. And then I went back behind the refrigerator and like leaned over a sink. I just stuffed the whole thing in my hand, in my face. I stuffed the whole thing into my face. Just nasty, licked all the icing off my fingers. Washed my hands real quick.
Foul.
I had to do like a crime scene cleanup because there was fucking frosting everywhere. It was on the counter. It was on the cabinets. It was on the floor. It was fucking, and it was like the buttercream icing, so it didn't even wash off my hands nicely. I couldn't use regular hand soap. I had to use Dawn dish soap like I was a fucking duck in an oil spill. Yeah.
It was oily and shit.
It was the nastiest fucking fumble ever with any food ever.
Dude, we had...
But like, was the cake good?
Oh my God, it was fucking delicious.
It was worth it.
It was from this fucking fantastic
bakery,
mom and pop bakery that my mom loves. So we get the shit from there like 2 times a year or whatever. Yeah. So like as soon as I saw the box,
you went.
Honestly, if it was like a Walmart cake, I probably would have let it hit the floor. because I knew it was from this bakery. I was like, oh my fucking God! Like I had
Wayne was hard.
My brain was going like a fucking quantum computer, dude. It was it was like the Quicksilver scene. Like I saw it in slow
Time
motion.
in a bottle started playing.
Yeah. I fucking I had to save it. I just fucking had to.
Dude, we had cake, after having dinner for my mom's birthday, and like my mom said, like, do you guys mind if we don't do like the king thing? And I said I would. And so my sister calls over the waitress, and she says to the waitress, we're not going to do like the candles or like the singing or anything. And the waitress goes, no, we have like a whole thing we do. It's really special. Like we have our own personal thing. And I'm thinking in my head, I was like, wow, your own personal thing. You're every other restaurant on the fucking planet. Yep. And she's like, no, we have this little thing where we were gonna sing. And my sister's like, no, we don't. We don't really have to do that though. Like it's not really particularly something we want. And then all of a sudden, the lady's smile goes, the smile fades away, and she goes, we're singing. And then walks away. And then 5 minutes later, she comes back and sings. They have their thing, they sing, dance, whatever the fuck. Mom blows out the fucking candles. Took the bitch fucking like 10 minutes, 10 and a half minutes almost, just to cut the fucking cake and serve it to 6 people. And the place we went to it was a slice fee. So it was if you brought your own cake, you had to pay
like a
fee
quart fee
per
for
slice.
wine.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
Yeah. It's $4 per slice.
That's insane.
Fuck that. I'm happy that I get an ice cream cake,
dude. My thing, if someone is, if the waiter or waitress is going to argue with me and then do things against my will, I'm gonna come out right at the beginning before they get the chance to do something against my will. I'm gonna say you can do whatever you want, but it's your tip, motherfucker. I, like,
100%.
100%. I like arguing more than the next guy, but it's your tip.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. We're gonna be here for a while. Okay. I'm gonna occupy a lot of your time.
Yeah.
This could be like fine for you, or it could be nothing.
It's gonna be a good day or a bad day. You choose.
That's the job. Customer service.
Jab.
Service with a capital service.
I think the worst food fumble I've had was really not food. I mean, there was one time I dropped an entire pot of soup on my kitchen floor on my toe.
Oh man.
Like big pot.
Oh my god.
on my
Jesus
toe.
Christ.
So it was bad.
Jesus.
It's like from the office with the chili.
Why can't this guy get hurt in a normal way?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I got. Damn, Nick, your toe is awful purple today. Oh yeah, I dropped a whole pot of soup on one toe.
Yeah, it landed on my big toe, my left foot, and then like the second toe. And then the other thing I was thinking is that one time I had a fresh piping hot chocolate in my car's cup holder, which is like
I already see where
an
this is
inch and a
going.
half deep, and it doesn't fit the cup.
I already see this.
I'm
where this is
going to
going.
work. I take a right turn in a parking lot, 90-degree turn. The hot chocolate ejects itself
from my crotch.
from the cup holder. It lands with all of the content onto my left ankle.
Oh yeah.
And it was steaming.
Yeah.
Like I had a 2nd to 3rd degree burn on my ankle.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was that bad. I had to take the sock off and then drive. I took it off, went into the building, got a paper towel with a ton of cold water, put it on it, and then drove home.
Jesus.
So I could like treat it properly, clean and everything.
Yeah.
Like it was so bad.
Dude,
they're still scarred. That was from last year.
That's
Dude,
wild.
That could have been a fucking lawsuit, man. There's precedent for this.
Right, there is.
You should have fucking taken him to court.
Yeah, then they would have looked in my car and be like, I don't know if that's really our fault. Sounds like you should be suing GM. And then I'd sue them over a 30-year-old car, and then they'd probably just murk me or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Get found. Damn, Nick,
I think
Nick shot himself 37 times in his car.
I think the worst kitchen accident I had was like my parents were out and my mom was like, "Oh, there's chicken pot pie in the freezer," and I was like, "Great, love chicken pot pie." Made it, everything like that, put it on the counter, dropped my fork, bent over to pick up my fork, went to go put my hand on the counter, and put my hand in the chicken pot pie.
you told me this a while ago.
Dude, that sounds awful.
Like,
Was it like hot?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then like last Christmas, my mom or my sister went to go grab a pan that was on the stove, and it was a metal handled pan.
Like one of those cast iron ones, yeah.
She grabbed it, immediately went, "I just burnt myself on that pan." And my mom went, "What?" Turned around, grabbed the same exact pan, and then burnt her hand.
Bro. I don't know if you saw, I just checked, it went away. I had for like a fucking year and a half, I had 2 burn marks right here on my wrist, on like my upper wrist, like close to the elbow area.
Yeah.
Because I was pulling a cookie tray out of the oven that had probably some old pizza on it or some shit, and I was started to lose my grip with my oven mitted hand, and like my retard brain knew like, "Ooh, you can't put your hand on that, but what about your arm?" And I did it for like
A quick second.
the tray touched down right here for like 1 millisecond, and that was enough support for me to adjust my grip and save it.
Yeah.
But it burned the fuck out of me, dude. I had like 2 brown burn marks on here for like a fucking year and a half. I literally like, I don't pay attention to this shit until it's time to tell a story about it. I had to like double check and see if it was still there.
I already know it was brown, and it probably like was slightly swollen for a while, and it was like had like that shiny glaze on it. Is that what you're talking about?
It was kind of fucked up. It looked more crispy than that, honestly. It looked like
when I was young, like, I don't know, probably not that young. I was probably like 10 or 12 or something. I was at my cousin's house, and I spent the night.
Yeah.
And I was sleeping in a sleeping bag in their living room, and they have like a metal like fireplace stove they use for heating the home.
Yeah.
And I got up in the middle of the night,
like a wood burner,
and to get up, and I put my hand on top of it. It was metal, and it like burned the shit out of my hand. It
Well,
was
it's like,
Jesus
so
Christ.
bad.
The first time Moy ever came here as like my significant other,
Right.
was when he was driving across the bridge and his muffler fell off, and then he got out of his car
And picked it up.
not knowing anything about cars, picked it up barehanded.
Jesus, you almost just killed Nick. Holy fuck.
Oh my
I
god.
remember you
And then,
telling
he, and
me
then he
that.
pulled up outside, and he's like, "My muffler's in the back seat. I burned the fuck out of my hands."
Drive it like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. I don't have any crazy burn stories. Like maybe one or two, but like
Burns, bro. I would always your house specifically,
Yes.
dude.
Yes.
When I was
Ah.
like smoking a cigar in front of Walt's house, and I put the cherry right in between the webbing of my fingers.
I remember that. That
I
was
remember
bad.
that like boiled up
Yep.
to like a filled blister like 10
Yeah.
minutes
Jesus.
after that.
Hey,
Like,
that
the
was
size
a
of
bad
nickel.
one.
That sucked. That was the worst I ever burned myself. I think.
That was a bad one. I remember that.
That's awful.
I got you
I
some
hate
burn,
thinking about it.
ointment.
Yeah, dude, that shit sucks so bad.
I hate thinking about this shit so much.
I know.
It makes my
What?
hands so
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
until you talk about,
just
until you talk
like-
about people picking up mufflers barehanded.
Dude, that must have been excruciating.
At least maybe it was cold enough that he just lost the feeling in his hand.
It was
just,
absolutely not. It was on like a 1992 Jeep Cherokee.
but speaking about cold, I remember I said it before we came in here. We were talking about desserts, but I think one day we need to go to that nice It's by us.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What, like a little place?
The one by
right?
the railroad tracks?
Don't look at me, motherfucker.
I'm the one that's talking.
Yeah,
The one by the railroad tracks? By the night?
nah.
Walt, we can't do this. we don't.
I was saying, this is basically charades.
We're at the end of the podcast now.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay,
Have the good
first of
cheese
all-
fries. Have the good cheese
that's
fries.
what you should have said. It's
I know,
cheese fries.
yeah.
Cheese fries, and it's in a shithole town. That's what
Yeah.
you should have said.
But they got good ice cream too.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
So do we want to end it here for the day? It's a pretty strong episode.
Yeah,
for
This is a
Return
pretty
to
strong
Form.
comeback.
That's a good
Lord
one.
knows we're gonna need some backup material for next week.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone have anything else they want to fucking throw on here before I start talking?
Nope.
Did I do a good job with the opening?
Yeah, it was fucking beautiful.
All right.
Now I'm gonna crucify you once we turn the mics off.
Yeah.
As always, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for coming back after a month-long fucking hiatus.
Yeah.
Wherever you're
real.
listening, subscribe, follow, favorite, whatever you have to do on wherever we're listening. In case you want to listen somewhere that you're not listening now, we're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and
Google Podcast
Overcast.
doesn't exist anymore.
Bro, this happened last time.
Yeah.
I have a script.
Take it off the script.
I can't think that fast. Unless I'm catching cake, bro. we're on
Which
Twitter
kind of
and
cake?
Instagram at Uncut Takes. Interact with us, like the post, all that good stuff. Thank you again for listening, and stay uncut.